The viral sensation, the Liver King, was just arrested in Austin, Texas, after trying to track down and threaten Joe Rogan. Now, I'm going to show you a video of the arrest in a minute, but let me give you some neat context. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more commentary. So the Liver King was a viral sensation. He was this big jacked up dude, like unnaturally jacked up. And he used to post videos of himself working out and eating liver. And I'm not talking like sauteed liver with onions. And even though I'd rather find a lump in my neck than eat that, what he used to do was even more disgusting.
What up, primals? Liver King here. We just took down a Mongolian yak. And where do you think we're gonna start? Of course, the liver first, because liver is king.
So he's clearly a kook, but he's also an insane liar because he publicly attributed his physique to eating raw liver. And unsurprisingly, he was constantly asked if he used any PEDs, steroids, test, HGH, and he denied, but it was painfully obvious to everybody that he was lying. So eventually he had to come clean. Well, smack my ass and call me Sally. I can't believe it. So unsurprisingly, after this, Liver King's public reputation went right down the tubes. Every now and then you can see him pop up doing strange shit, but for some reason he looks like he aged 38 years. He hasn't even hit 50 yet, but I mean, he's got hair like Doc Brown. He's got lines all over his fucking face. His skin looks like it's made of leather. So Liver King's having a tough time. Apparently years ago when this story broke, Joe Rogan commented on the Liver King issue.
There's no way you can look like that in your 40s. That jack. I mean, he's preposterously jacked. Do we have a fucking? Now that we know that he's full of shit, we're talking about the Liver King, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of people are like, what are they saying? This is all inside stuff. Yeah. There's a guy. If you don't know who the Liver King is, there's a guy who calls himself the Liver King, and he's this guy who walks around everywhere with no shirt on. I've seen him in Vegas with no shirt on, big bushy beard, super jacked. And he was telling people that the way he gets that way is by sunning his balls. He literally lays down with his asshole staring at the sun and eats raw liver and just lifts like a maniac. And that's how he's so jacked. But it's preposterous.
So there's a 15-minute long video of Rogan talking about it, but he wasn't overly insulting. He was poking fun at the guy because it was so obvious the guy has been lying for all these years. But also, it's important to note that Rogan commented on the Liver King. This clip is from years ago. Now, I don't know what got into the Liver King now, but all of a sudden it went up his ass with a steaming hot poker. And last week, he decided to challenge Joe Rogan to shoot the fair one. Now, I don't know if he's got a parasite eating his brain from the liver. I don't know if he's losing his mind, or I don't know if this is a last-ditch effort to gain some clout.
Anything and everything. Because Joe Rogan, we don't have to make videos to pretend anymore. All of this is happening. We're coming to you. I've challenged you man to man to a fight. Honorable. And we don't have to pretend or make any videos. The world is watching. They'll make the videos for us. And you don't have to hold a camera. You can hold the hand of somebody that you love, because what happens next to you, you're going to need to remember that feeling. You're going to need something more than what you did to give you something to fight for, because I have my family to fight for. And I'll die for them, you know that. And you're a black belt, but you've never come across something like this, willing to die, hoping that you'll choke me out. I pray to God, because that's a dream come true. It feels good. And then the limbs, I'm fighting for my family. So limb. Go ahead. But then you have to contend with something else. And I weigh 177 pounds, an actual savage. And so at first you're like, fuck that guy. And right when you all of a sudden he did get your attention, which I already did before this. You're saying, I'm going to choke that motherfucker, that piece of fucking shit. I'm going to choke him out. That's what warriors do. You and Andrew Tate are good warriors. But you're actually better than that. Real tension we have. Comedy that you do is good and true. We have real tension. But what I see in you is comedy is good and true. Touch points. Well, people laugh. If we don't make fun of them at their expense, they laugh. You should all make fun of me. Liver, You should all make fun of me at my expense. Trust me, that it still works, and then you should get paid for it. And let's go. Because we're leaving. We're going to Austin. What was my very last point?
That we're gonna kick Joe Rogan's ass?
The real G said it. It's my speech. Justin Fitz.
Wow, that motherfucker is scary, man. And not in a way where it's like, oh, he's such a tough guy. It's like, no, he's whack. Look at that video. His fucking mouth is blue. Why is his mouth blue? So after that video of him coming out and challenging Joe Rogan and making all these weird and vague threats right after blowing Papa Smurf, he decided to get on a plane and travel to Austin, Texas to find Joe Rogan.
His family's coming over. Yeah.
And these items are for you.
I wouldn't take that.
And he got his ass arrested. Now, at this point, it's a developing story. I don't know if he got near Joe Rogan, but he's sitting in jail. But man, he's talking about families. He's talking about he hopes Joe Rogan chokes him and takes him out. The dude is a problem mentally. Something ain't right. So if I was Rogan, I would get a restraining order immediately. Because this isn't a situation where the guy challenged you to a boxing match and then he didn't press the issue and it was for clout. This guy went out of his way to go confront Joe Rogan in person. Joe Rogan is a 60-year-old almost billionaire. He's not gonna roll around on the floor with you. You're a fucking nobody loser. Your claim to fame is eating trichinosis-covered liver and lying about being on steroids when it was blatantly obvious to the whole public. He laughed at you once. Guess what? Just like the rest of the planet did. And by the way, say Joe Rogan did agree to a one-on-one in the middle of the street. Joe Rogan is a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He's a former MMA competitor. And do me a favor, just look up Joe Rogan's spinning back kick. His spinning back kick is so violent that George St. Pierre brought him in for a training camp so he could show George St. Pierre, one of the greatest fighters of all time, how to throw that spinning back kick. Keep an eye on this, man. This guy is whacked. Thank God they caught him, because who knows what the fuck was going to happen. But guys, let's get the Liver King out of our life. Enough with you. We're done with you. I've had it with him. Enough of him. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps me tremendously.